Yo, YouTubers! Date's it? 25th, isn't it? No, 25th. 21:42. 25th. Why do we do that, guys? Why do we say the time and the dates? Because say I buy a beer in the future that I've already reviewed and I buy it again later on, I go, it wouldn't by any chance be exactly the same date and time I'm drinking this beer now when I did the review. That's one of the reasons. You know, because it's happened where I bought a beer by chance in the supermarket, right? I'm drinking it and I realise, hang on, I've reviewed this. Let's check when I reviewed it, and it turned out it was the same day or within a year or something. Like almost a year to the day or something. It's that kind of thing. So anyway, it's 25th of June 2025. It's 21:43. Nearly 9:45 in the evening. And I've got a really exciting beer for you. Well, you know, something I'm very excited about. You know, when I say excited, I mean the kind of beer I haven't reviewed much because you don't see it much in cans. And it's, I don't know what to say, like, the percentage. Well, there we go, drum roll. It's a bitter. It's a bitter. It's Kirkstall Best Yorkshire Bitter. 4.5%. Now, you know when you see bitters in supermarkets and stuff, it's usually 3 point something, isn't it, or whatever, but hey! And it's a Yorkshire bitter. So we know it's going to be alright, don't we? And it was quite cheap as well. I can't remember the price. It was in the house there. It was quite a reasonable price for the can. Did I pick my receipt up? Oh, forget about it. It was quite a, you know, Asda. And it's got a collectible label. And I very really do bitters. Like I say, it's they're usually quite mild and weak, aren't they? You know, but this is an over 4%. It's Yorkshire. It might be nice. I like bitter. You know, it's actually my dad's favourite drink, by the way. My aunt, man. R.I.P. Dad, when you're out there sailing the seas, sailing the high seas. But yeah, bitter was his favourite bevy, like you know, Telly's bitter in particular. Well, I did actually tell you this, didn't I? That when he did a homebrew once, it could have been the greatest beer I did ever taste, or tried, or drank. I know people say, "Oh, you're just saying that because it was your own man," but no, honestly, trust me, it was a phenomenal one-off. It was a one-off homebrew he did. But this is it, because his homebrew was usually bloody awful because he didn't let it ferment. He usually drank it straight out of the fermenting bin. I'm not kidding you. You get like a banging headache. That's how mad he was, like. But I've got this. It's bitter, yeah. Brewed in Leeds by Kirkstall Brewery Company. I've been to Leeds. In celebration of Asda's 60th birthday. Oh, wow. Asda was founded on the 3rd of May 1965. Wow, so it's some kind of a commemorative beer. Cool. Cool. I've got to go to Liverpool. I might be going to Liverpool tomorrow to try and pick up some of that Cooper's beer, you know, for the anniversary stuff, if they're still doing it. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I keep meaning to go there, you know, to buy some bits and pieces, but I ended up staying there and going to the lap dancing clubs, though. You know what I mean? Brewed in the UK, Kirkstall Brewery contains malted barley, wheat. Yeah, brewed in Leeds. Yeah, I've been to Leeds for a punk festival. The Christmas on Earth punk festival, actually. And guess what? I've still got my ticket. I've still actually, in my stuff, in my it's got some collector's items from the punk days. I've still got my ticket stub from that gig. Wonder how many people out there still got that, eh, guys? My ticket stub from the Christmas on Earth gig in Leeds. Still got it. Still got some Damned tickets as well somewhere, you know what I mean? The Damned. But anyway, let's have a look. 4.5%. Oh, I'm really excited about this, yeah. Celebrating the 60th anniversary of ours there. Okay, I didn't notice that. So it's going to be a good one, this, isn't it? Surely they put a bit of effort into this. Let's see there. Quite affordable. It was under £3. It's been in the freezer. Actually froze it like. To do a rush job to get it cool enough because it was dying for a drink because it's sort of warm, and I just really felt like I'd needed to do a beer review, you know what I mean? Catch up on old times. By the way, someone watched one of my beer reviews, right, guys, and he complained because I waffled on it about the troubles in Ireland with the migrants and stuff. And he's like, I just wanted to say a beer review, I don't want it. But I did say on the beginning of the beer review, I'm going to waffle and talk on this one because it was a stout. So it's about, but for some strange reason, he complained about me waffling about it, like, without, but, I am a pisshead, just telling you a first time experience when I drink a beer, okay? If you ever do waffle, because I used to do speeches on my channel, like, guys, well, talks, serious talks, not to do beer reviews. And I got quite a good response, and people enjoyed what I used to talk about, okay? So, if you're watching, like, I won't do that again. I'll keep the speeches separate, but don't sweat, it's not that bad, it's only beer review. Looking good, mate. This is on a Bushies level, you know what I mean? What does that say? Bushies is a bitter. Oh yeah, lovely colour. It's going to be alright, isn't it? Yeah, it's a lovely colour. Look at that. Looks like a perfect pint of bitter. If you were served that in a pub, you'd be very happy, wouldn't you? The big head and everything. Oh, it's malty. Oh, it smells really malty, that, like nicely malty. Oh yeah, hoppy. Got that similar Goldings. It doesn't say what hops they've used or nothing, does it? That Goldings and Fuggles smell about, like, the traditional bitter hops. Probably, I don't know. None of those grapefruit flavours and all that business. Fleshy blood orange. Mango, fleshy blood orange. I nearly burst out laughing there, and the foam would have gone through my nostrils, like. Yeah, it smells like a proper traditional, and it's got like a when I say malty, Malteser almost, that malty type. Very malty. Alright. It looks lovely. It is a gorgeous colour. But, like, you can tell a nice beer because, like, see the light on my hand? You can't see it on this camera properly, like, but glow is red when you look at the glow on your hand. Instead of looking orange or whatever, it looks red, like a ruby colour, you know. Like a very pale ruby colour. Even though the beer looks amber. If it's got that rosy glow, it's usually a nice beer. Alright. Let's go for it, man. I didn't have a drink last night, so I don't know I'll be playing on the PlayStation tonight, so I had a late night last night. I want to go to the pool early tomorrow, hopefully. So I've got to be going to bed early-ish, you know. I'll see how I feel, you know. Yeah, it's Thursday tomorrow. So anyway, it's Kirkstall's Best Yorkshire Bitter, 4.5%. Up early. Surprisingly tame. Smooth. Caramelly. Full-bodied flavour. But it is like a pint of bitter in the pub, you know. It's got that classic bitter taste. It's very appetising, I like that. I don't, you know, it's an anniversary thing, so I don't want to get too attached to it. You go, oh no, not again. It's going for another gulp. Oh, chilled it nice. Yeah. It's a pint of bitter. No frills. Very appetising, very refreshing. Easily to drink, you know, drinkable. Easy to drink. Slight hints of that coppery flavour I like, you know that. I don't know. It is similar to a Bushy's, the flavour, like. It hasn't quite got the water vibe about it, but nice water nevertheless. Look at it, man. It's a nice. I'll just move me fava beans. Been buzzing off them lately, you know, fava beans. Been buying like it's a long story. I'll talk about it another time. I think, but there you go. It's the cum shot. Like the head's been exactly the same as it was when I opened the can. Fluffy, foamy, white, beautiful, perfect head. See the colour. Yeah, it's actually nice that, and it was quite cheap. You know, compared to the other beers. Got a couple to review tonight. There's even a gluten-free one. For all you gluten-free fans out there. Yeah, satisfying, refreshing, smooth, and caramelly. Not in an unpleasant way. I'm quite satisfied with that. Very full-bodied. It takes me back to the old days. It just tastes like a pint of Tetley's. Ooh. Waiting for the kick, see what happens, eh? With it being 4.5%, you know, like I say, bitters. Hold on. Got like a clicky neck. With it being 4.5%, it's going to be a little bit uplifting than the usual bitters. I used to buy this amazing bitter, right? I used to sell it in bargain booze in big plastic bottles. Can't find it anywhere now, it doesn't exist. It was dead cheap. It was a very low percentage, 3 point something percent. and it was called Highgate. Does anyone remember that one? Comment section below. We're talking about 2006, maybe 2007, maybe, I'm not sure. But Bargain Booze was the only place you could buy it. A Highgate bitter in a brown plastic bottle, you know, big, like the big things, 3 litre. And I loved it. It made me feel so happy. It had a bubblegum flavour to it. And nearly everyone I drank it with, when I shared it with people, said, try this bitter. They were like, even alcoholic people go, I don't think much of that. Don't I? Loved it. Every time I drank it, I felt really merry on it. Like Highgate bitter. Highgate. I can't believe, you know, like one of those men. I remember sharing it with one of them, and they were all proper alkies, these lads who used to hang out with. Like, some of them were older than me, you know. And you'd think an alky would like drink a bitter and go, wow, yes, Bruce, that's a nice beer. And he's like, I don't think much of that, like. He's a crack addict now. Do you know what I mean? He ended up a seriously messed up crack addict, do you know what I mean? Getting the police busting his pad and everything, like, and getting kicked out and evicted and all that stuff, you know what I mean? But they were all heavy drinkers, you know. It's amazing how things change, isn't it? Very satisfying, no frills, no messing about beer, that. It's not a Kenneth Williams, stop messing about, stop messing about, stop messing about beer. Like. Yeah, no frills. It reminds me when I was a kid and I used to drink Tetley's bitter, like my dad bring me a pint in from the pub, it's got that vibe, like it tastes like a pint of Tetley's. When I was a kid. I was the only one that liked beer out of all of us, you know, there was like me, my brother, my older sister. Back in the day, it was like before my younger sister was born or whatever, or she was too young anyway. Like, but I was the only kid out of all of us, you know, the 3 older kids. That when my dad brought these pints, it was like when when you got your last pint on the table, and they say, you know, last orders and that, like, and you get your last pint down, and you've got another pint there on the table, but you can't drink it because you feel full. So what he'd do is he'd put it in his suit. He used to always wear a suit jacket, you know, like a suit jacket and tie kind of thing, like. Well, I don't even wear a tie much, like, but he wore a shirt and jacket, you know. So he put the whole pint glass in his pocket and sneak it out the pub with the beer in it, you know what I mean? And it was always like, do you want this, Bruce? I can't drink that. It's like the last pint I couldn't drink. I'd be like, go ahead. Like, as far back as I can remember, I drank them beers and I really dug it, like, you know. And that's what it reminds me of. It's got the same vibe. And it's starting to go to my head now. It's nice and pleasant and uplifting. And yeah, I like that. Would I buy more? Yeah. Yeah, it looks good in the glass. It's really nice. I mean, oh man, I'll just hold on a second. I'm going to get the receipt and to get the exact price. I have to put, with it, oh, did I put the receipt in the bag? Oh shit. There's so many receipts in there. In the down to earth working class man's shopping bag. Let's see. What's this one? Yeah, as the bitter. Oh yeah, I'm right. £1.97, guys. That's fantastic, isn't it? And I've got some craft beers. and they're all like, the cheapest craft beer there is £2.98, right? And one's £3, one's £3.98. One is £3.98, guys, right? But this stuff is £1.97, and that's phenomenal. I thought it was £2 something. I forgot. I was thinking that's why I picked it up for. Oh, it's bitter. It's over 3%. Just let me bag up over there, like it's over 3%. £1.97, guys. That's good, isn't it? That's really good, that. And I'm pissed off because they had no blooms. I went to Asda specifically. I want some more than blooms. By the way, the guy, someone put I'm sure it was someone put a thing saying, I tried it, mate, and it was alright at first, but he got heartburn. Now, that wouldn't be anything to do with the beer itself. You know what I mean? That'd be like either your diet, you've had something wrong or whatever, or, you got acid reflux or whatever. And, not in a Zantac or one of them tablets, but you might have an ulcer. I've had an ulcer. I've had a serious ulcer problem. You know what I mean? And getting heartburn whenever you drink a beer is usually the sign of an ulcer, right? So what you've got to do is take a break from alcohol for as long as you can. Get the medication off your doctor, the tablets for ulcers, yeah, and it goes away. But you've got to let the mucous membrane repair, which means you've got to starve yourself of alcohol. I know this because I really messed up. I was drinking Prosecco wine and stuff. I was getting it for nothing. I won't say how, like. And I drank quite a lot of it, and that's what gave me an ulcer. It made it, caused an ulcer, right? And then I went to, someone dragged me out of my house for a birthday celebration. Not I wanted to do it, but for my birthday. And we drank cider, beer, tequila. I won't mention anything else that went down, but I got back the next day and I had a serious ulcer problem, you know what I mean? So I went to the doctors, yeah, and he gave me the stuff I need. I won't go to the doctors for nothing. I've got to be able to go to the doctor. Trust me, I'll go through anything. If I got my leg decapitated, I'd try and stitch it on myself. That's the way I am. I won't go to the doctors for nothing unless I really have to. And this also made me have to go to the doctor because I felt ill. I think it was perforated, you know what I mean? Because I think I had the ulcer long before this, blitz out I had on my birthday. And, oh man, that's one of the signs though. If you drink a beer and you get heartburn, take a break from alcohol, get the treatments, the tablets or whatever, wait till it's all clear, and then you'll be okay. Well, you've got to let the mucous membrane repair. Do you know what I mean? That's an ulcer is just like, like an ulcer in your mouth, it's a hole in your stomach. You got to understand, you got to let it repair. Right. Now, I had the ulcer in the first place, and then I had that blitz out. I knew I had an ulcer, and I stopped, that's all right, I'm not going to drink. I changed my habits and everything, eating habits and everything, because I knew, right. Then, someone knocked on the door and dragged me out for the birthday thing, and it all kicked off with a bottle of cider. Then there was tequila and all the rest of it, yeah. And that next day, I was so ill, I had to go to the doctors. I was like, I've got to surrender this one, right? The doctor gave me the medication, and he told me, no alcohol, and all that kind of stuff, yeah. And it was Prosecco wine that kicked it off, right? Because it's like acid, isn't it? And I remember going back a couple of weeks later to see the doctor for the same tablets or whatever, because it was carrying on kind of thing, yeah. Obviously, because I didn't realise all the stuff I knew. I didn't know about the mucous membrane and all that, being repaired. You've got to sort it out, You know Tara Tompkinson Palmer, you know the funny girl, the it girl. Remember the posh girl? Tara Tompkinson Palmer. R.I.P. God bless her wherever she is. Used to fancy her big time, like that's what killed her, you know. She had an ulcer. She had a perforated ulcer and she took a break, hit the bottle, drank some vodka or wine or something, perforated the ulcer. That's what killed her. That's why you've got to be careful with ulcers, guys, honestly. So I learned from, like, you know, but I went back to the doctor and I said, you know, he's going, how's it going? Like, you know, I said, oh, you know, doctor, I don't, I haven't been drinking any, I've just been drinking beers, you know, I haven't been drinking any spirits or wines or tequila like I normally do. I've just been drinking the beers, you know. And he actually, like, you know, like a naughty boy in school, he actually bit me head off. As, you shouldn't be drinking any alcohol! He actually, like, proper went mad at me, like. No, even the lightest percentage alcohol, like, can can really keep the ulcer open. And you've got to repair it. You've got to ditch alcohol completely, guys. If you get, you know, until it's healed, and then that heartburn will go away. Like mine's gone now. I don't get heartburn when I have a berry now. But that Bloom beer, I think that's the one he was talking about. Mate, that's one of the best beers I've ever drank in my life. So, you know, it won't be anything to do with the heartburn. Like, it could be an ulcer. But I went there, and they had none on the shelf. I'm pissed off they didn't stock up. Seven Brothers, if you make that beer a limited edition and it doesn't come back on the shelves, I'm gonna sue you for like not getting me drunk properly. I'm telling you. Right, back to this. Like, it looks great. Look at this guy. Look, it's lovely. Look at the foam floating. Like, see it? See the signs of a lovely pubby, old school, old man bitter. I'm enjoying it. It's lovely. It is. I like that. I thought, you know, I'm sort of, you know, because we've been exposed to so many exotic flavours in the beers with all the different hops and everything. A pint's a bitter. No one's going to be bothered about that, are they? Except the old men and that way. But that's very satisfying. And you know what? I feel great. I don't look great, but I feel great. Oh man, it's put me in the mood. Oh mate, you know every time I look at a beer, you know the way I look at beer in my hand, I go, oh, look at that jewel in my hand, that gemstone. Because it looks lovely in the glass, it's really nice. Well done, Kirkstall. That's a nice one, that. And it's very low key. There's nothing. It's not like smashing it out the ballpark with bells and whistles and fancy flavours. It's just a lovely, tame, gentle, nice, delicate bitter. It's not too bitter neither, if you pardon the pun. Like. It's smooth and enjoyable, and it's a satisfying drink. It's £1.97 a can. You can't go wrong there, can you, lads? If you like a traditional drink, the feeling in my head, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I am prepared to give that one a 10 out of 10. And I would buy it again. Yeah, Maltesers. Very delicate. It smells maltier than it tastes. Dead easy. Dead easy to drink. Give it to your old man. Give it to your granddad. Even give it to your grandma. It's that kind of drink. Well, I feel dead satisfied. You can see the difference, Kai, when I started the review. Like, So, whoa, I tell you what now, feel it. That's lifting my spirits somewhat. Look's got a crown on it. That's the crown. Remember sea monkeys, guys? Them sea monkeys. That's the. You used to get these things in comics, in American comics, like, and you order them online, they're called sea monkeys, and then the picture, well, these like little creatures with their crowns on like that, like, you know what I mean? They were called sea monkeys. And you put them in, you put them in a tank and start them off like they were dried when you got them, and we found out they were only like baby shrimps or something like that, weren't they? Like sea monkeys, the pictures, they all like crowns on them. Ooh, see, that's put me in a good mood, that. Ah, it's a lovely caramel flavour there, like. That's nice. Man, that's very satisfying. I feel really good. Look at that, I drank the whole glass on camera. Yeah, £1.97 a can. 10 out of 10. See you later. I've got another beer to review. I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. Comments below. What was I to ask people? I forgot now. Right, thanks for watching. See you later. 10 out of 10.